It's a Sunday. Let's keep things a bit chill. I will talk about the weekly analysis later. So this video is meant to be more informative, to make watching my stream more bearable, because I use a lot of short forms, shorthands, abbreviation, and you may not understand what each of them mean. So let me try to cover as much as I can here. So without further ado, I didn't really prepare any slide or anything because I don't think there's a need for that. My preference is to just put it on a notepad and talk you through it, because most of the content is in my head. Please ignore that. Okay, first, let me make this bigger for everyone. You will see that I use a combination of numbers and usually 2 letters in almost everything that I type. And there's a reason for it, because when we are thinking on the spot, we don't want to spend too much time typing out the full word, right? Because each of these words are actually quite repetitive. So let's start with the more basic stuff. We start with the time frame, right? Time frames I use, right? So M1, the M here stands for monthly, so this is just monthly chart or monthly time frame. Same thing. Okay, repeat that down. So we usually go from the highest time frame to the lowest time frame, right? If you go into your charts, you'll probably not see a time frame above monthly. It'll probably tell you, oh, this is a yearly chart. Nah, I don't think you usually see that. So there's no Y1 above this. So M1 just simply means monthly chart. Okay, this one intuitively weekly. Then after weekly we have daily. Then after daily, I go straight into 4 hour. So the H here now becomes 4. I mean the H here now becomes hour, right? So you can see the difference. Previously, all these are all the starting letters will represent each of the time frame, right? But then now that we are talking about sub daily, that means within the day itself, all the numbers will start appearing in the front, right? So this is 4 hour, this is 1 hour. Okay, then below 1 hour is 15 minutes. So again, 15 minutes, there's a change again. This 15 minutes, I usually don't use 15M, because capital M I use to demarcate, not demarcate, but what do you call this? I use it to indicate that it's monthly, right? So I use a small m, a small case m. This is 15 minutes. This is 5 minutes, and then this is 1 minute. Okay, so in terms of time frame, the moment you see this, you know that, okay, he's talking about the monthly if you use M1, he's talking about 1 minute if you use 1 small m. Okay, I usually don't deviate away from this, but it's perfectly possible to use like 30-minute chart, 2-hour chart, 5-day chart. That means D5 and all that, but you will not see me typing it out, because those are less common. Are they helpful? Yes. But are they needed? No. So don't need to purposely go and find out more about it. Okay, so that's for time frame. Moving on. If you know this, then you will see that most of the time I will indicate, oh, this is like BSL M1. So this is what BSL of monthly chart or time frame. RC Boo D1. So this D1 here simply just means daily, right? Now, next part will be covering what does all this abbreviation means. There's a lot to begin with. So before you can understand what this abbreviation means, you need to know where am I getting all this knowledge / content from. Okay, so I'm gonna open a new one. Where did I learn my content? Okay, the concept is actually based on smart money concept. Okay, or if another way of looking at it from a YouTube perspective is actually from this guy called Inner Circle Trader. This is not inspiration. Okay, I mean the guy is pretty inspirational. What I mean is, this is literally where I got and learn most of my stuff from. I didn't pay him money. I just simply watch his YouTube stuff. Okay, he has a lot of video. If you are interested, feel free to go there. So in his concept, or this inner circle trader YouTube, he teaches many things. Okay, the ones, all this indication that I have, right, most of it come from his concept in the form of PD array. Okay, so let me write that down. Okay, PD array stands for premium slash discount array. So think of it like that. Premium means price is expensive. So when something is expensive, you want to sell it, right? You sell something expensive, and then maybe you want to buy it back at a lower price. And then if price is really low, you actually consider that as discount, right? So on a very basic level, if you want to know more about the concept, go to the YouTube channel, read up more. Okay, it can take you years to fully watch finish all his content, or even learn everything. Okay, but generally speaking, if you talk about PD array, we're talking about premium discount array. That means it can be a premium array or it can be a discount array. Okay, but I don't really use like premium array, discount array in this term. When we say PD array, there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, so right after this row, right, I'm just gonna start bombarding you with all the different PD arrays that he actually taught. Okay, so first off, let's talk about BSL since it's on the screen here. BSL actually stands for buy side liquidity, or in simpler terms, you can call it a swing high. Okay, that means like if you see this swing high, I will actually put the buy side liquidity as the top here. So it just simply is a form of saying swing high. There is a difference, yeah, because there are multiple ways to look at this buy side liquidity on its own. Some of you will think that only swing high is the buy side liquidity. Not true. Above every candle is technically a buy side liquidity as well. But the thing is, you need to define what you're looking at. Okay, but for now, let's stick to what we have here first. So if there's a swing high, of course there's a swing low. So swing low is called SSL. Okay, stands for sell side liquidity. Okay, you may be wondering, why did we call all this buy side or sell side? It is not that hard. Okay, so example, above a swing high, what do you expect people to do? Right? Usually if price breaks out of a swing high, you expect people to buy, right? And then if price break below a swing low, you expect people to sell. So on a very, very basic level, we are looking into the correct definition, right? The idea is that when you say buy side liquidity, is that when price reaches all this swing high, we expect people to, those breakout traders to buy more, or we expect people that actually short from any high to actually park a stop loss here at the high itself. So example, if you shorted here, please look at my screen top left. If you shorted here, your position is a short, but then in order to put your stop loss, you have to buy back your position, right? So where do you put your buy orders? You put it above a swing high, probably, right? So that swing high itself becomes the buy side liquidity. Okay? Reverse, if you actually bought at a low and then price is rallying away, you will put your sell stop, right? Your sell stop loss below any swing low that you choose. Usually you put a swing low. For people that are not as precise, they will put it at a swing low with a buffer. Whatever, I don't really use those stuff. Yeah, but idea is that at any swing low or a lower price below each candle, you will put you call it a sell side liquidity. Above any swing high is a buy side liquidity. Okay, so this is what the BSL SSL stand for. Okay, next, that aside, everything that's forward from here, from the fourth row onwards, right, is gonna be called without how to put it, it can have a plus or a minus beside the figure. Sorry, beside the letter. Okay, rather than talk about it, rather than just mentioning it, right? Let me show you on screen. It's easier to understand. Okay, the stuff I use, again, if you want to find out more about it, just Google the name in YouTube, and you will find more information about it. There will be a lot of people talking about it, but I still recommend go back to the original source, Inner Circle Trader. That's the best place to learn from him directly. Take note that this is not some guy that actually passed away, whatever, and then these are all his left, like all the legacy stuff that, like example Gantt, example what else Elliott wave stuff, what else, Dow theory. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of famous traders out there, and most of them already left us. So what we are usually seeing is whatever they have written in their books being shared again with others, right? The difference here is that this guy is pretty good, he's alive, he's still sharing new content sometimes with live stream as well, and he has a whole library of stuff. It looks very different from the rest of the content, but I quite like it. So yeah, okay, enough of the digress. Let's go back to here. So like I said, following these three, there are also other PD arrays. Okay, so again, BSL is a PD array, SSL is a PD array as well, but there's a whole lot more. So now I'm going to list out all of them. So first one I use OB. OB stands for order block. Okay. RB stands for rejection block. Okay. There is also a MB, which stands for mitigation block. Again, I'm not going to show you what each of these means. Just know that if I indicate something like this, that means there's something there to take note of. Okay. Moving on, we have FVG. This one is actually quite popular if you search on YouTube, because he actually spent one whole year talking about this in like 2022. Yeah, by him I mean him. This Inner Circle Trader, he spent his 2022 live stream almost entirely talking about fair value gap. Okay, what else? We have fair value gap. We have volume imbalance. This is used less frequent. Yeah, I don't really like using it, but sometimes if I see it, I'll take note of it because these are relevant as well. For the order block series, right? There's still one more. BR. Okay. The B here doesn't stand for block, unfortunately. This actually stands for breaker. But if you want to, usually you can say breaker, people will know what it is if they learn from this guy. But it's actually a block as well. So there's a breaker block. Okay. Yeah, I think these are the more standard ones that people are familiar with. Okay. Now, but if you see on my screen, right, you usually don't see just OB, RB, MB. You usually see a sign after that. Okay, I'll usually use a plus or minus after each of these letters. So what does each of these mean? If it's a plus, it means that it's a discount array. Okay, think of it, when you think of plus, you're thinking of buying something, adding something, right? So plus equal bullish slash discount slash buy. Okay, minus equal bearish slash expensive, hence premium, sell. In other words, if let's say price goes to OB plus, right, that means price is dropping and then it goes to OB plus, this means that I want to look to buy, right? Or I expect this price to support, this price level that I indicate as OB plus to support price. Okay, likewise, if let's say I put like a RB minus, okay, usually I don't really use RB, I just put R. Okay, so you see that R minus on screen, it just means that I'm looking at the premium rejection block. Okay, so again, so example, OB plus equal bullish order block that I want to buy from. Okay, then of course, then throwing in some example, FVGMNS equal bearish fair value gap that I want to sell from. Okay, so if you think of it this way, right, if you got a plus and a minus, technically speaking, if price ever travel from a plus, that means a lower price, to one of these higher PD arrays, right, I'm actually looking to sell there. So I bought at a plus level and I want to sell at a minus level. Or it can be the opposite, whereby I sell from a minus level and I want to buy back my short position at a discount level. Okay, so the plus and the minus tells you whether is it a premium or a discount. So now I can add this in. Premium is minus, and discount. Okay, when ICT teach this, ICT here, when he teach it, he may have his own abbreviation. Okay, personally, this is how I use it. That means I come up with names that I know. I don't really need to care how he use it. Okay, what I feel is more important is how do I, as the user, use all this abbreviation for my own convenience. Okay, now this covers most of the, how to put it, these are some of the more common ones that you will see that ICT actually teach, right? There's also another category, my own abbreviation, not based on ICT concept. Okay, this is just my own short form because, yeah, if you can type something faster, easier, why not, right? Why bother making my life difficult? Okay, let me make this bigger. Okay, so I should label this as ICT abbreviations that I use. Okay, so these are all the extra small letters like you will see. Okay, let me talk you through some of them. H alone is high, L equal low. So if you go to my chart, I think I don't really have an example for you. Yeah. Next, C equal candle. Okay. RC. This is something I didn't come up with this, but this is my way of calling it. Okay. Equal relevant candle. Okay. I will share more in the future about this. But basically, relevant candle is a candle that I will pay more attention to. How I apply it, you will know in the future. But for now, just know that if you see RC, it means relevant candle. Okay. What else? High, low, open. Open actually just means candle open. Okay. So recall when you look at candlestick, right? You are looking at OHLC. Open, high, low, close, or open, low, high, close. Okay, so the open here just means candle open. That means if let's say I'm looking at this candle, where is the candle open? You tell me it's here. Okay, so open just means candle open. Then what else do I have? I think that that covers like 90%. Anything that I never indicate in this list here, probably not relevant. Yeah, that means I'm probably just typing some notes for myself. Oh, of course, there is some very generic ones. I always say this, but I'm just going to add it here. Generic ones. ES equal S&P 500. E-mini S&P 500 futures. NQ equal E-mini. Is it Nasdaq? I think so. I probably am wrong about this, but yeah, basically this is your QQQ. This is QQQ. This is SPY. That's how I see it. So you ask me, if people ask me, hey, you know how is SPY doing? How is QQQ doing? I actually have no freaking idea, man. Because I always just look at the futures. Yeah. So with all this, I think you should be able to understand what I write on my chart moving forward. Okay? So rather than just talk about it, maybe in the next lecture I will start using them more openly, so you can always come back to this particular video to understand how I use all the different wordings. Let me show you some example on the chart, and then you will know how I use it, right? So test M1C open. What does it mean? So if you go back to this list, M1 monthly, C candle, and open just means the opening price. Okay, so M1C open here means that I indicated what is the opening price of a monthly candle. Okay, you see this RC Bull D1H. Okay, this basically just means relevant candle, a bullish one, meaning I expect to buy in this area, daily high. Okay, conversely, this will actually be called RC Bull D1 low. I mean, what is the relevant candle here? I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm talking about this candle. Okay, so this is the high of the candle and this is the low of the candle. Pretty straightforward. The bull here, I know it's harder to understand. You don't need to understand. You just need to know how I use it. Right? For now, don't think about understanding all the concept because it's impossible for me to teach. Just go and learn directly from the guy first. Maybe next time I'll share how I interpret all his concept. Okay, but for now, stick to that. Okay, you now know how to read everything I write here. So more tests. OB minus D1. Minus stand for bearish, right? So OB, order block minus daily chart. Where did I get this level from? Here. You can see that. See my price is actually attached to here. Yeah. With this, I think you probably have enough to work with. See you at the next video where we talk about the analysis for the coming week and closing off this week as well.